Because who is going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? Who is going to buy what you sell and if you don't believe in what you're selling yourself? Hey loves, welcome. I'm Franca and I love talking about feminine self-improvement. So guess what? I think I have found some magnetic ways of radiating femininity, and I want to talk about it because there are some people that we can't deny that their presence oozes so much magnetism. Even if they are gone, you cannot help but allow thoughts of them to linger in your mind because they have captivated you. And they are able to do so because they know and understand their femininity and they're willing to walk in it. And the good news is that anybody at all can become that woman. And so let's get into it. First knowledge is to love yourself. And by loving yourself, I don't mean practicing better rituals and self-care. I mean getting deeply committed to yourself. I'm yet to meet a single person in this world who does not have deep respect for women who prioritize themselves. It's hard to not take care of yourself if you prioritize yourself because you understand that people treat you the way you show up for yourself. You can only give yourself permission to be happy and stay true to your values if you love yourself. When we love ourselves, we cannot hold back from ourselves anything that will make our journey through this life a stress-free one. And that includes giving yourself permission to go to therapy, reading books, and doing things that could help you release past trauma and bottled up emotions that could make you close yourself from the world and become unreceptive. Loving yourself doesn't mean that you don't care about other relationships that you have in your life. You sure do, but it is about prioritizing yourself. It is about taking care of yourself. Because the whole idea is to reach this place of serenity where we no longer look desperate. Loving yourself comes down to making sure that you are in the right mental space and comfortable enough to help others without feeling resentful. A lot of times we try to pull others up whilst we ourselves are holding on to very shaky and wobbly branches, and we end up falling back with those people onto the ground because the branch wasn't steady enough to accommodate the two of us. If you're not in the right mental and emotional space, it's very difficult for you to project that kind of softness and physical aura that makes you feminine and magnetic. Next up is to learn to say no. Men especially respect women who know how to say no and stand by their word. Because who is going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself? Who is going to buy what you sell and if you don't believe in what you're selling yourself? Our ability to say no is highly dependent on how much faith we have in ourselves. If we believe that we deserve respect, we will demand people to stop tossing us around and have enough courage to walk away if they do otherwise. Everybody can have boundaries, but it's going to take a woman of courage to enforce it. Some women in the bid to become nice end up as people pleasers who are always worn out and resentful because they can't muster enough courage to say no. Everybody likes free stuff, and so people are going to genuinely use you if you position yourself as a free tool which can be used to work on other people's goal instead of your own. But how much respect do we even attach to free things? Sometimes just a little, and at the end of the day, people are going to use you and throw you away because you no longer serve them. Nobody's going to respect you if all you do is to please people. You can't become feminine if you can't say no because you're going to be tensed up, always expecting to please others, and so you cannot relax and stay true to yourself. You can't be authentic. You will always want to put up a character so that people could like you. Next up is to listen to your intuition. A woman's intuition almost never lies, and when we allow our intuition, and if you're a Christian, the Holy Spirit will lead you, you become very stopped because you will not have anything to worry about. If you're going to be really sincere to yourself, you realize that the times that you allow the Holy Spirit to lead you are some of the most fruitful moments in your life. Another thing on my list is to speak up for yourself. In fact, this is one of the most attractive skills you can possess as a feminine woman because it's not about being rude. It's about speaking for yourself and standing your ground when you feel used. Because that you want to become a feminine woman does not mean you should let down your guard and it become an object of weakness for people's pleasure. You should be able to communicate what you can and cannot tolerate. And all this goes back to being able to set boundaries. Because you don't want to be walked over, but unfortunately the world will walk over you if you give them the impression that you are weak. Another thing you can do to radiate femininity is to work on your self-confidence. If you are confident in yourself, you can do about 90% of everything you want to do because the world is not looking for what is right. They're looking for what you can confidently convince them is the right thing. It's like you're in a court of law. The best argument wins. And the reason self-confidence is a big deal in the feminine space is because it sums up how you feel about yourself and how you show up for others. When you start withdrawing from what people think you should be and start moving towards what you think is good for you, you start feeling more worthy and confident because you no longer have to depend on anyone to make you feel good about yourself. It becomes so much easier to trust yourself and live on your own terms if you believe that the decisions you make are safe for you. And that's the kind of woman you want to be, because women who are not confident in themselves become very clingy because they cannot isolate themselves from what other people think they are. You're going to lose a lot if you don't believe in yourself. Because you're going to start settling for things that you would not want on a normal day. And that's why you need to work on your inner self so that you can be your own validation. Guys, if you want to learn more about how to validate yourself, then watch this video right here. Thanks for watching, guys, and until I see you next time. Take care.